Yes, YouTube, welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm gonna break down how to make the greatest gym bro bowl of oats on planet Earth. The most common thing that I get asked is how I make my oats. If you've watched the channel, if you follow me, you will know I have literally had oats as my pre-workout meal for genuinely, I would say, the past 7 years at least. So I absolutely love a bowl of oats, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I make mine today because it is absolutely elite. So first of all, what we are gonna run through is the ingredients needed. Now, what do we need? We need the oats, right? So what I do is put mine in this big container. I just get mine from Aldi. So obviously just get your oats from wherever you do your shopping. They're absolutely fine. The reason why I like oats are gonna digest very, very well. For myself, they have obviously got no additives there. They are just literally oats. So just plain oats, you don't need to get flavored oats or anything like that because we are going to add a lot to them for that flavor as well. And the thing I like about this meal is everything that we've got here has got a benefit to it. So for example, ingredient number 2, we have the whey protein. So I work with Perform. You can use my code LUKE25 to save off anything off the Perform site. I will put the link that's already got my discount in the description. So if you use that, you're an absolute G. Let me know what you get. So the key is, as you can see here, right, a lot of variety. And this is why I keep this meal in year round, whether I've just been on prep, I'm in a diet phase, for whatever else, I'm in a gaining phase, right? Like for example, right now, I can rotate through carrot cake, lemon cheesecake, sticky toffee, which I will use today, and then we've got white choc hazelnut. So I can rotate through those. I could have a different flavor every day. I have mint choc in there as well. So have that variety there. If you're one of these people that keep saying, oh, I can't eat the same thing every day, you used to eat the same packed lunch in primary school every single day. So you can, you're just being a baby. So I'll go with sticky toffee today, and that will be absolutely banging. So ingredient number 2 is going to be your whey protein. Now, obviously a clear whey with how I make it is not going to work. You will need like a actual nice flavor of whey for this, or they will taste horrific. So ingredient number 3, what we need is a freezer. Any berries that you want to use, again, for the variety. So I am going to use frozen blueberries from Aldi in this video. They are what I use currently. You can get the mixed berries, you can get whatever berries you want. The reason why I would get frozen, they're going to taste very nice. The oats is going to melt them, and they're just going to last ages. So you're not constantly buying berries. Like when I run out, I just buy a few bags. I know they're there. There's nothing worse than when you go, you've not got enough, or they're going off, or whatever it is. So just get frozen berries. That is literally all you need, right? That is right now the 3 ingredients that I have in my oats. Now I am just coming off of prep, so my food is still quite low. So I've not yet got any additives in there, but at the end of this video, I'm gonna break down if you are on really low food or if you are on higher food, how you could easily near enough double the calorie intake from what you're actually having on here. So the next ingredient, and definitely last but not least, is cinnamon. So just some cinnamon powder. I'm gonna actually go today and try and get some sweet cinnamon. So I'll let you know if I do get that. But all we literally need for this one today is 4 ingredients. 3 main ingredients, which is the oats, the whey, the berries, and then 4 is gonna be that cinnamon there. So super, super simple, super, super cheap, and this literally will take me, when I'm making these, 2 minutes to make. Now, one thing that is slept on with them is a good bowl. So I have just washed my bowl because I have actually got oats with 2 meals. So I'm gonna make sure now that this is nice and clean. So I have never seen anybody do this. So if I see you doing this, this is me claiming this now. I use a soup bowl for my oats. The size of it is great. I can just hold it like this. I take that when I need to go anywhere. You'll see me with it in my car all the time with it. So I have a soup bowl. Now, if you want to be Extra key, I really like a small spoon. So what I have got is my small spoon, and then it's a long one as well. So you know what I mean? You just pick the, when in the Oats King, you've got every single thing covered, right? So we're not missing anything, but that, you've got those things. Obviously you've all got a bowl and you've all got a spoon. You don't actually need to get those things, but that is literally what I have, because I get asked what bowl I use. Like, that is genuinely what I will get asked there, right? So let's get everything prepared now, and then we will get making the oats. So first of all, obviously what we need to do is weigh out our oats. So in this meal, I have just got 70 grams. It's not absolutely loads, but I will show you what I do with 70 gram of oats. So bowl is on, pour out 70 gram. My usual pre-workout is going to be at least, I've gone over there, so I'll put some back in. Usual pre-workout for me is going to be at least 100 grams. So that's typically what I will have. So this is actually a little bit of a smaller bowl for me, but if your food's not quite as high, then this might actually be a bit more beneficial just to see what it looks like with less. Now, what I will do is I will just cover this with water. So if you want to use milk, you absolutely can. I never do, right? Because you have to just buy loads of milk. I don't have milk, I don't need it, I just use water, right? So all I will literally do is I'll never weigh this. I will just pour the water until my oats are covered. So literally just like that. So you can see when that is in there then with the water just slightly covers them. Now, if you want them runnier, then you will just put more water in there. If you want them a little bit harder, a little bit thicker, just add a little bit less water. Just literally do what I've just done there, if you never make oats usually, and then just see how you like them. So then all I will do, put them in the microwave for 2 minutes at first. If they're still a little bit watery, give it a mix around, another minute, you're all good. So 3 minutes really should be absolute maximum in the microwave to make that. So that is what I go with there. What I then do is I take these 2 little pots. So I am gonna weigh out in here. With this meal, we have got 20 grams of whey. So I am using the sticky toffee from Perform, which is unbelievable. So if you haven't tried that and you want to try oats, right now this is my favorite flavor on the oats. It is unreal. So 20 gram I am putting in there, like so. And then right now I have got 50 grams of berries. So all I will do is I'll start the microwave for 2 minutes here. This is normally what I do whilst I just prepare these. So I'm normally doing this before I'm going to the gym. So pouring in now to the bowl, and this is what I mean. Packets on deck. We don't want to be running out of the berries, so just 50 gram at the moment. And in my meal plan, I do actually have 25 grams of dark chocolate now in this meal, but I'm gonna have that on the side today, just 'cause I do really like having that on the side. But if you do put dark chocolate, something we'll do with clients a lot, dark chocolate just on top of these is unbelievable. But right now, I do really like just having my little bar of the 85% dark chocolate on the side. So 50 gram going in there. So that is literally all you need. Your fruit in a pot and then your whey in a pot. But then we need to go through a very important part, which is making the whey paste. Now I see a lot of people calling this a whey drip now. Whey paste, I will never be on the whey drip team. So all we literally need to do in a little pot like this, add the tiniest little splash of water. Give that a mix. You can always add more, you cannot take it away, so do not put too much in. If you look at that mix in now, it's too thick, right? I couldn't pour that on my own. So all I do is add another little drop, keep mixing it, and then you want to get like a Nutella texture. Imagine you've melted some chocolate, right? That's the kind of texture that we're going. So that still is quite thick, but it's mixing, right? And the good thing I love with Perform, it mixes so well. I remember when I was last in Dubai, I ran out of what I took, so I had to just get some random protein for like the last week, and it was absolutely horrendous. But Perform mixes really well. I will add a little bit more in there now. It's gonna pour perfectly over the oats, which is exactly what we want. So that is the whey paste there, and that is gonna go on top. I've just taken the oats out of the microwave. So right now, see how they're still just a little bit watery. So what I'll do is I'll give them a mix, and make sure you just keep your eye on them. Like, I know these won't spill over just because I do this every day, but if you put too much water in and whatever, just double check. So I will put these in for another minute. So the texture of those now is much, much better, right? So if you see, that is just a lot thicker, which is perfect. So if you want it thicker, bang it a little bit more in the microwave. That is absolutely fine. So what do I do then? I get about 3/4 of the berries, and I'm just literally gonna pour them on top. And they are gonna be able then to just start to melt in to that, right? So I'm gonna just pat them down. If you have a bigger bowl, I put the berries in the middle, put the whey around the edge. So what I'm gonna do from there, I'm gonna get the whey paste, and then we are literally, you see the pour now, right? Perfect. We just pour that on top and then cover it there. So that is absolutely glorious. So whey paste goes on top like so. What I then do is I get the rest of the berries, just because it looks a little bit nicer. Presentation, boys, is key, right? We get the rest of the berries, we just pop them on top. So then what I do, any little bits of the edge that don't have the whey on it yet, we just sprinkle over around the edge with the cinnamon, and then we just have a nice little sprinkle there on top as well. And then that is literally job done. See there now, unreal. It does not get much better than that. So if you want to eat them warm, just eat them as they are now. They'll be well nice. But what I do is I put them in the fridge for a good hour if I can, if I've got time. You could also, if you're in the office, make this the night before, 2 minutes, bang it in the fridge, take it to work with you. It's like a flapjack. It's gloriousness, right? So I'm gonna put this in the fridge now. Me and Lucy have just gotta go shopping, food shop. When I get back, they'll be ready to eat. So I'll show you how I have it when it's cold, ready to eat. And then we will run through as well what you can add to this if you are on super low food, well, take away from this if you're on super low food, and what you can add to it if food is higher. So when we get them out the fridge, it's been about an hour, you can see now that's set. It's just that little bit harder, so that'll be glorious. So yeah, if you like go to work and you want to take them to work, put them in some Tupperware, bang them in the fridge overnight. So that is how I will eat them. I'm going to eat them shortly, but first we will discuss how you can add some things to make them even nicer and add some easy calories in your gaining phase as well. So when you are looking at lower calories, obviously the main thing we can do is just bring the oats serving down. Like, I still would recommend keeping the fruit within the diet. So the easiest thing would be just to bring the oats serving down. So we're looking at 25 grams of oats, typically going to be 100 calories. So say if we move that down to 50 grams of oats, you are still going to have a decent serving. You know, 40 grams of oats, it's not great, but it's still not bad, right? It's still a decent amount. So that's going to be in a fat loss phase. In a gaining phase, now you can so easily add to this. Obviously, the one thing you can do is drive oats up. The highest my oats are is 125 gram. And I honestly still can easily get that down. I've never actually just pushed that higher than that, but 125 grams, very much doable. You could go higher than that if you can handle it, if you can stomach it, that's fine. Now, easy things to add. When we are looking at fats, this is the good thing. We can easily add dark chocolate to this and it is super, super nice. We can easily add as well almond butter, peanut butter to these as well in terms of fat. So that can be an easy 100, 150, 200 calories extra coming in from fat. And when we have something like dark chocolate, we can actually get obviously a benefit from that as well. So that is an easy one. When we are looking at adding carbs, obviously if we wanted to add more protein, you could just add more whey. Like I had 20 grams on this one, I have 30 grams on my pre. You could easily push that to 40, 45 if you need a bigger protein serving. Could add things like Greek yogurt there as well. So protein, we can easily add to it. When we're looking at carbs, raisins are something you can throw in and they make it bang on. 30 grams of raisins, 100 calories, very, very easily. 20 grams of jam, 100 calories, very, very easy. You could add honey into this. So when we're looking at, say, raisins, a little bit of jam or a little bit of honey, more oats there. You know, we're looking at easily 100 grams of carbohydrates that you can add then to this meal. And it is still doesn't need to be the biggest portion in the world if you are struggling with your appetite, for example. Very easy. You know, you add 30 grams of raisin to that, you barely even notice it, and that's another 25 grams of carbohydrates coming in. So be smart with what you are doing. You can easily add things to this and make it even nicer, and pull it down when food is getting lower, push it up when food is getting higher. So that is why I love the oats, because we can always add to it. So any questions with any of that, make sure you just fire away. In the description is, like I said, the link to Perform. Right now that sticky toffee is absolutely banging. My discount is already on there. The link to coaching as well, if you do want your food sorted out alongside of everything else, is also down below. So drop a like if you have got this far. Very much appreciated. Anything else you want me to cover, please let me know, and make sure you are subbed, because at least 2 videos a week are landing here. I will see you in the next one. Peace.